Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. The Bitcoin dipped and we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. At Vacation Genie, we believe digital currencies are meant to do more than just sit in your wallet. They're meant to take you places. We want to help you step into the future of cryptocurrency spending, as travel is one of the top categories for spending your crypto. It provides you with the best ROI, lasting memories. Make sure to check out Vacation Genie today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Tuesday. If you guys are grabbing a taco today, please tell me what you're having, because I'm kind of hungry. But we did get bagels, so that means at the end of the show, we're going to have a little bite session together, and I'm very excited about it. Guys, we have so much news today. It's actually ridiculous. I don't even know where to start. I actually have to read them off because I can't remember them. Okay, so we have Societe Generale. We have a euro and dollar stablecoin that was launched on Uniswap. That is insane. We also have more European infrastructure. OKX in Singapore, some news there. Chainlink and UBS doing some tokenization. Then we have news from Wisconsin, Massachusetts, and New York this morning. Massive moves being made over there. We also have someone that left Ripple to join another project. What is it? And then for the spotlight is the SEC. Now, this is ridiculous because I don't even know where to start with the SEC. We're spotlighting them. They have so many things going on today. They want to bring stocks on chain, which I will yell and scream about in a little bit. We also have the SEC collabing with the CFTC on Project Crypto, and they said crypto is priority number one at the SEC. And then we have your coins to watch. Oh, wait, there's probably something else from the SEC that I forgot about. Yeah, there's so many things with the SEC. I have like 5,000 articles for them today. So please, guys, if you have not yet, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share this out with friends. We have so much going on here that people need to know about. We do have a goal, though, of 150 likes and 150 live viewers, as well as a subscriber goal of 23,410, or maybe 420. Maybe we'll shoot for the 420. 12 more until we get there. Please smash the like, subscribe, and share, as I have stated before. And we're going to get after it this morning. I want to say good morning to you as you say good morning to me, and check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show, which includes Cake Wallet, Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off, and then head over to Vacation Genie and book your cruise with crypto. Let's do this thing, man. Let's freaking do it. All right. The cannoli, good morning. I freaking love cannolis, man. I haven't had a cannoli in such a long time. Or technically, a singular cannoli is a cannolo, and then multiple cannoli. That's technically how it goes. So, Jesse, good morning. Everyone, good morning. Jesse, Mike Volmer, Mike, this is for you, bud. Got the donkeys in your honor this morning. Good morning, everybody. Silver Days, Floki's Angels, Why Me is here. Chris Klein. Guys, I know there was a freaking typo on the thumbnail this morning. I didn't realize it at first, but it's fixed. Okay? It's fixed. Thank you. Peace, good morning. As always, thank you to Black Hat, Mama Shadow, Son Back Out, good morning. We got Elric, Gary Dews, good morning. We also have Gary Littlemore, good morning. We got, who else in the chat? Ulset, Aquarian, nice to see you. Bobby F is here. Silverback, good morning. Doge Bull, David Bulls is here, good morning. Mayuf said good morning. Good morning to you, my friends. Alex Kaimana, nice to see you. We got JC, Rob C, Joe Harvey. Good morning, Terry Ortman. Who else we got? Wow, there's so much going on today. I'm overwhelmed. Mike Mazzone, good morning. I see you're on X. Good morning. Chris Klein, all the Kleins. John White, Nutty Pirate says molto bene cannoli. Yeah, that was cringe. Anyway, Sandman, good morning. Sorry. I can't today. I'm on hinge. Ian F, good morning. Nice to see you. Lasers, nice to see you. Andy is always chilling in the chat. Tommy 2 Leaders, good morning. VV Zombie is here. Good morning. Everyone, good morning. Thank you guys so much for being here. Mo over there says, yo. Patrio dad or oh no Patriot. I see. Sorry, the letters are so small on TikTok. Good morning. I finally sat down. It's true. I did, Rob. I finally sat down. Right, Crypto 430. Ed is over on TikTok. Marcello is over giving me hearts on TikTok. Rudy is here. Big Rick. Noah says Litecoin. Yes. Love that. All right. No Evo. I won't forget about you, No Evo. Nick, good morning. Everyone, good morning. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. John Legend, VV Zombie, Chucky05 is here. All right. Friends and family, my beautiful children of the internet. Let's get after it. We're gonna chat about the market recap. As always, that's where we start. We'll dive into Bitcoin and then your breaking news headlines. And of course, we start those in international waters because there's a lot going on in the world and we can't just think that we're just in a bubble of the United States. It's not how it works, right, James, on TikTok. All right, guys, let's get into the market recap. I probably should make a market recap transition. XPL is down around 20% today, looking like the biggest loser and the biggest bubble on this chart. Though, interestingly enough, we do have Hex up 4%. Very interesting. Now, we do have Bitcoin today. As you can see, it's been kind of steady, slow a little bit, but we're going to get our lines back here. I just want to show you guys a clean chart. Seems like we held some nice support here at 109, maybe gaining some more support at 112, which is really what we want to hold. Right now, we're at $113,230. Oh, well, now $260, down 0.95%. We are looking to hold that 112. Bullishly is 117.5. And even if we lose that 112, we're looking at 109, even 106. That's where I really want to launch from. Over here, we do have a green dot printed on the momentum that is playing out quite nice. Money flow is now green, and the VWAP is over that zero line, pushing some bullish zest is all I can really say. However, the RSI is just telling us the story here, which is that we are not as relatively strong as we thought, and we are tipping down ever so slightly, maybe testing this neutral. But we did have this very nice damp and pamp, a little bit of a resurgence here with the RSI. So let's see if we hold this neutral or if we go bearish. Yesterday, everyone was super bullish, so that means it was probably maybe. I'm not even gonna give probability to it. Maybe it was a false move Monday, although we do have a lot of real bullish news going on today. And even guys, tomorrow we're starting a new month, which is absolutely insane. Crazy how at a time those of us that had Bitcoin were priced out from buying more. Oh wait, do people not hear me on TikTok? Can you guys hear me on TikTok? Can I get a sound check over there? Do people hear me over there? Okay. Hopefully people hear me on TikTok. Ooh. You hear me? Okay, all right. Sorry, I thought, okay. All right, let's go over to our breaking news headlines. I cannot believe it's October already. It's actually just blowing my brain off. Let's get into breaking news headlines, everyone. Let's do it. Guys, banks are putting stablecoins on Uniswap. You heard that right. This is probably one of the most interesting things I've heard in a while. Just insane. Absolutely insane. Look at this. Societe Generale's digital asset subsidiary, SG Forge, has taken its euro and dollar stablecoins into DeFi, opening up to borrowing, lending, and spot trading. This places their Your CV and USD CV ETH-based protocols Morpho and Uniswap. So they put them on Morpho and Uniswap. That is mind-blowing to me. Extending SG Forge's effort to distribute its stablecoins, digital tokens, again, pegged to the dollar. Now, moving into DeFi, they allow clients to transact around the clock with assets tied to major currencies while relying on smart contracts to handle the mechanics. Now, on Morpho, users can now lend and borrow the euro stablecoin and the dollar stablecoin against crypto, such as Bitcoin and ETH, and tokenized money market funds, such as USTBL and EU TBL, which are regulated by the French Financial Markets Authority. Just absolutely wild to me what is going on here. They said, in addition, that the Uniswap listings will create a spot market for these bank-issued stablecoins. This is honestly what I would like to see from banks that are issuing stablecoins, because here's the big fear that I always have, and that's why I always ask, is this really going to be on-chain? Is this transparent? Magic Sun, thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. This is the big problem, because even if they're using Ethereum, right, or if they're using these protocols, what's the scale of censorship? That's the right way. What's the scale of censorship here? And I feel like it's less shady if they put it on Uniswap, because it means like they're opening up the doors for everybody here. And so that's what I want to see from a bank that's issuing a stablecoin. So you know what? Props to them. I got to give it to them. I kind of like that. Because a lot of these banks, what are they going to do? They're going to create stablecoins, put them on their own private blockchains, which they can exclude you from in the matter of 2 minutes. So let's say your whole bank account is on the JP Morgan stablecoin, and then JP Morgan is like, you know what? I don't like you because you're into crypto. Then what do? You just get blacklisted, and all your money is vested in their like private blockchain that you can't even get access to. And that's not fun. That's not fun. Now, we also are going to dive into more European things off the chain, but not in a fun way. That was good. That was a good one. That was good. I'm going to give you a little laugh for that. That was good. That was good. Shout out to Dub in the Desert, Irish G, member for 20 months, said, hey, Randy, October Pimp is coming. I would like to think so. I would like to think so. Smash the likes, everyone. Deutsche Börse and Circle are going to integrate stablecoins into their European market infrastructure. Deutsche Börse Group, DB1, signed a memorandum or an MOU with Circle to bring regulated stablecoins into Europe's financial market infrastructure. They aim to integrate Circle's euro and dollar-pegged stablecoins, EURC and USDC, into trading, settlement, and custody services along or across the exchange operator's platform. And again, this is the likes of what we just chatted about, Socia Generale, that had their crypto subsidiary, Forge, announcing their expansion of stablecoins. So now you have this bank, but you also have Deutsche as well. And so they're going to have their initiative begin with the listing and trading of stablecoin on 360T's digital exchange, 3DX, and through Crypto Finance, which is their institutional crypto brokerage. Clearstream is handling the custody, and very interesting. Very, very interesting what's happening right now. So this makes me curious as to what Christine Lagarde, our bestie, the president of the ECB, she's not my bestie, I really don't like her, but I really wonder what she thinks about all of this, because there's no way that she's like ultimately pleased with these banks in Europe that are going ahead and saying that they want dollar stable coins and to test them out. But at the end of the day, they're sliding in the euro stable coin. Even then, though, why even have the euro stablecoin? Why even push for a euro stablecoin when at the end of the day they want a digital euro? They just want a full-blown CBDC. So just release it and release the hounds. Just be honest about what your mission is. Why are the banks hiding behind like this guise of, oh, we're going to play around with stablecoins? We know what your end goal is, but you're trying to condition everyone to like a digital euro or a digital dollar. That's really what's going on here. This is my real profile, my friend. This is my real TikTok. Okay, now more things going on in this. Yeah, we're going to go to Singapore now. So Singapore, everyone and their mother is in Singapore right now for Token 2049, which everyone is loving right now. So shout out to everyone that's in Singapore. It's probably why socials are a little bit slow this week. But OKXSG, so their Singapore branch, is doing more stablecoin work. So check this out. They want people to do everyday shopping with crypto. OKXSG, which is their Singapore-based unit of OKX, said they're bringing the crypto exchange's integrated payment services, I think they make a typo here, OKX Pay, to the city-state through a stablecoin-powered scan-to-pay service tie-up with their everyday everything app, which is called Grab. Now, OKXSG received a major payment institution license from the country's central bank just over a year ago, and that is the prep that they needed, so now they could have Straits X to allow customers to pay for everyday expenses using USDT and USDC. Now, I'm also very surprised that Singapore does not have their own stablecoin. I really would think that's where they would go with it. But they are very bullish on it. OKX Pay, I think, is a great thing as well, because you also see Binance that has Binance Pay integrated with countries to boost tourism. And so I definitely think OKX is making the right move by doing this. And I'm surprised Binance isn't getting all in that in Singapore. Sorry, guys. We're going to put on some shades right now. Now, we're also going to discuss Chainlink and UBS. Everybody's talking about Chainlink this morning. We're going to dive into that. So more bank news. This is just wild, the amount of bank news we have this morning. Chainlink and UBS are advancing a $100 trillion fund for industry tokenization via SWIFT. Again, SWIFT, trying to get into blockchain. I don't see a point of SWIFT when we have crypto, but that's just my humble little opinion. Chainlink said they developed a technical process allowing banks to interact with tokenized investment funds through SWIFT. And in a pilot program with UBS, Chainlink's runtime environment, CRE, processed subscriptions and redemptions for a tokenized fund using using ISO messages, the international standard for financial messaging using SWIFT. Now, blockchain workflows were triggered directly from UBS's existing systems after CRE received the SWIFT messages, and then it also triggered the subscription or redemptions for Chainlink Digital Transfer Agent, according to a press release with CoinDesk. So, Chainlink recently also announced a separate pilot with 24 global banks and financial infrastructure providers to use their tools and AI to extract and standardize data from corporate action announcements. Chainlink is all about the TradFi right now. Chainlink is really doing a lot of bridging. If you take a gander at Chainlink, surprisingly, we are still only at $21 Chainlink. Hold on, I'm pulling up the chart. There we are. Okay. Looking over here, Chainlink is $21.27. We are down 2% for Chainlink. Looking over here, we're looking below that $20 mark as our bearish scenario, because if we go below that $20, people are going to absolutely lose it. So you're looking at $19 and about 40 cents-ish. Bullishly, we are looking at $26 Chainlink. Over here, we see that the money flow is turning green. We have a green dot printed, moving up the momentum. VWAP is a little bit short. However, I think it's very wild, the amount of work that Chainlink does. Yet, I don't think a lot of it is priced in. Hello, Bulldog Eric. All I see is Charlie Lee. I know Charlie Lee did a really nice interview on CoinDesk. He's very bullish. We love Charlie. Hello, Steve. Hello, everyone. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Please smash the like, subscribe, and share. Send it, guys. Freaking send it. Let's dive into the states. What are the states doing? Let's go to Wisconsin. They have a bill to exempt crypto businesses from money licenses. This is really big for Wisconsin. Wisconsin lawmakers introduced a bill on Monday that, if enacted, would exempt individuals and businesses in the state from requiring money transmitter licenses to participate in mining, staking, and exchanging digital assets. Now, a document from their Legislative Reference Bureau seeks to clearly define exemptions from requiring licenses from the Department of Financial Institutions for money transmission-related activity. This is under the proposed exemptions of Wisconsin Assembly Bill 471. Individuals or businesses would not need DFI licenses for crypto mining, staking, and developing blockchain software, which is true. Like, it's, to me, that's stating the obvious. Staking is not making you a money transmitter. Crypto mining is you just securing a network and earning rewards for doing so. And then developing blockchain software, you're literally just coding. That's like saying someone that creates a website that integrates PayPal as a money transmitter. Like, that's actually just ridiculous. Also, under the bill, this is important too, neither a state agency nor political subdivision may prohibit or restrict a person in accepting digital assets as a method of payment for legal goods and services, or in taking custody of digital assets using a self-hosting wallet or hardware wallet. Reading, the bill also specifies that a person in the state may, 1, operate a node for the purpose of connecting to a blockchain protocol and participating in the protocol's operations, 2, develop a software on a blockchain protocol, 3, transfer digital assets to another person using a blockchain protocol, and 4, participate in staking on a blockchain protocol. Freaking Wisconsin, bro. The bill has a current progression rate of around 25%. Hopefully it passes. I honestly think this is pretty interesting because I think this is really enhancing your rights, especially where they're talking about self-custody, peer-to-peer transactions, accepting crypto for goods and services. Let's do it. The next thing that really needs to happen and what should be clarified within this bill is the tax implication. So if I go ahead and I buy a $20 pizza in Bitcoin or in Doge or whatever I do in my life, then what are the taxes there? Like, am I paying just the taxes that I would, like, the state tax when you make a purchase? Or am I going to have to pay the state tax plus capital gains? And like, if you're paying capital gains on a $20 pizza, that is stupid. So I think we also really need to figure out what the implications of this is for you financially. Because obviously your taxes are impacting you financially. Taxes, am I right? Taxes, SMH. RZ Cowboy, good morning. Everyone, good morning. Thank you for being here. We went from Wisconsin, we're going to Massachusetts. They're trying to have a hearing to consider their Bitcoin reserve bill. And I hope for the sake of Massachusetts that they pass this. And I hope there's a Bitcoin reserve in every state and on the federal level to secure the United States as an economic powerhouse and each state as an economic powerhouse as well. Looking over here, a committee in the legislature of the U.S. state of Massachusetts is scheduled to hear discussions about a Bitcoin strategic reserve bill first introduced in February. In a Friday update to a bill relative to a Bitcoin strategic reserve introduced by Senator Peter Durant, their Massachusetts Joint Revenue Committee will hold a hearing to review and consider this legislation. This was introduced in February. It was part of a push from lawmakers across several U.S. states in favor of Bitcoin and crypto reserves. So the proposed law would allow any Bitcoin or other digital assets seized by the Commonwealth to be deposited into the reserve and have a state treasury to use up to 10% of the Commonwealth Stabilization Fund to invest in crypto. So 4 U.S. states, including Massachusetts, are formally called commonwealths in their constitutions, and their legal relationship to the U.S. as a whole is the same as all states, and the terms are used interchangeably. And so very, very, very bullish if we get a Bitcoin reserve there. However, they're not really saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and buy Bitcoin. They're looking to just like have seized the assets and add that to their reserves, which is how if they do it on the federal level, that's how they would be starting their reserve as well, is to take all the seized Bitcoin, a lot of it from Silk Road, and go and have that as their foundation to the reserve. I do hope, though, that they can find tax neutral or taxpayer neutral ways to go ahead and acquire Bitcoin on the state level. That would be the best thing for every state. Make them super wealthy. Maybe fix a pothole or two. Speaking of potholes, there's potholes upon potholes in New York. New York is such a mess. Such a mess. It's about to get really messy. However, something maybe bullish has happened in terms of crypto news in New York. One of the NYDFS's chiefs left the regulator, and she's going to leave next month, and that is so bullish because this woman was just downright tyrannical. Adriana Harris, superintendent of the NYDFS, will leave next month. She was a former White House special assistant under Obama. She'll depart from the NYDFS on October 17th. And this is according to the radical governor, Kathy Hochul's statement. She is wild. If anyone has ever heard this woman, Kathy Hochul, speak, that I hope you don't, because like it's a waste of your time and brain and ears. NYDFS Executive Deputy Superintendent of Research and Innovation, Caitlin Asrow, will take over the acting head of the agency, and the NYDFS was the first regulator to issue specific rules for crypto firms within their BIT license, which is the worst thing New York has ever done. In statements, Hochul and Harris thanked each other, with Hochul saying Harris worked every day to make our financial system work for New Yorkers while also rebuilding the department into a regulator fit for the financial capital of the world.
Bruh.
Oh my God!
Bruh.
Has this woman, any of them, done anything to help New York? No. Not at all, buddy! Oh my word. My AirPod blew. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. They did every day. Every day they work so hard to make the financial system better for New Yorkers. Have you seen the taxes that they charge you? Have you seen the potholes in the street? Where are taxpayer dollars going to this woman who literally, what did she say, Kathy Hochul, that kids in the Bronx didn't know how to use a computer or something? Like, that was the worst thing I ever heard in my life. And then Adrian Harris was like, not nice to anybody. And then you're giving each other credit for a BIT license? Which literally destroyed the crypto market in New York simply because, let's get real, why is there a BIT license in New York? Well, it's because the little wussy TradFi, oh my God, wow, I got so violent. The little baby trad boys are like, no, please, Wall Street's so empty, please. Everybody's putting their money in this magic internet money. We need to ban crypto. We need to make it too hard for any company to operate here. We need to basically make them non-existent because we need to protect ourselves. All the banks, BlackRock, everyone and their mom, all the banks that are in Times Square, go to Times Square, go to the financial district. Please take a walk because you got UBS, you got all these international banks just sitting there. That's why they don't like crypto in New York. Because they got to protect the little TradFi bros. But even the TradFi bros are like, you know what? We can't avoid crypto forever. And it's true because stocks are going on chain. Wham, I'm a TradFi bro. Wham. Tech said, I just became a bigger fan. Why thank you. I'm sorry I'm a little radical. I need your blood pressure. Soon enough, bro. Give me until I'm 30. I'm sure my blood pressure will be through the roof. I actually got my blood pressure taken last week. It turned out to be pretty okay. But that was in the middle of the day post podcast. So, you know, who knows? I might be a little burnt out. I might have my noodle toasted today, guys. Please put a noodle emoji in the chat. Someone left Ripple, guys. Ripple News put XRP emojis in the chat as well. We do have Ripple News. The Ripple CLO is actually saying that Washington has to finish the job on crypto clarity, but it was also announced that one person from Ripple left and went to Algorand. So that is some tea this morning. But listen to this. Ripple CLO Stewart said Washington has to step up their game. They got a narrow window to finish the job on crypto clarity. He said that the SEC has, for the first time, listed crypto clarity among its top priorities, saying the time has come for oversight. And with that, the time has come for our spotlight, which is the SEC. If you're ready, smash the like, subscribe, share, and invite your girlfriend, invite your cousins, invite your friends since elementary school. Do something. Reach out to someone on Facebook and say, hey, you should tune into this live stream. Don't explain why. Just do it. That's good. Highlight starts now. Crypto is job number one, according to Paul Atkins, who's the chair of our lovely SEC, who's the exact opposite of who we knew before as our chairman of the SEC, Gary Gensler, where in this SEC, crypto is priority number one for good reasons. But in the last SEC, crypto was priority number one because Gary viewed us as
hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
Gary, this is my podcast. This is my live stream. Oh, he's fiending for attention. Let's talk about Paul Atkins. The SEC chairman, Paul Atkins, said crypto is job one, as his agency hosting a Monday roundtable focused on harmonizing policy work with its sister regulator, the CFTC. Both agencies have central roles in overseeing the digital asset market in the U.S., with the SEC overseeing securities, CFTC obviously looking after commodities, and obviously what the transition has been is that most of crypto is a commodity, which Gary Gensler liked to state in 2018, flipped his script. Now we're going back to the original script. And the CFTC, especially after it's expected to give more authority over crypto by Congress, both leaders have said they want the borders between securities and commodities to be seamless, and saying, Atkins, our two agencies must work in lockstep. What matters is building a framework where our agencies coordinate seamlessly. And so Caroline Pham, the acting CFTC chairwoman, said it's a new day and the turf war is over. She said the CFTC is alive and well, and there needs to be no more FUD about what's going on. Oh, she dropped a freaking bomb. I'm sorry. The fact that this woman, the acting chairwoman of the SEC, goes, don't spread FUD. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I'll sit to the side. I will sit to the side. Throw my hands up in the freaking air. Excuse me. No FUD from this angle. No FUD from this podcast. Okay, period, Caroline. I kind of like her. I think I want to interview her. Anyway, so many things going on with the SEC. Where do we even go from here? Now, with the ETFs, this is also something a lot of people were talking about. We'll get into the on-chain part in like a few minutes. Now, the SEC is telling issuers to pull their 19B4 filings because they said they're basically not significant anymore. Take a look at this. And the reason why we have to pay attention is because there were supposed to be a ton of ETF approvals this week due, including Litecoin. Now, the SEC asked The SEC has asked crypto ETF issuers to withdraw their 19B4 filings, paving the way for a faster approval process after new rules removed a key regulatory hurdle, and they signed off the SEC on a generic listing standard which allows commodity-based ETPs, including those tied to crypto, without requiring a separate review for each one, and the changes are expected to lower the hurdles for launching ETFs. And again, a lot more liquidity, a lot more crypto will be bought off the market, because as these ETFs get launched, what happens? The issuers have to own some in the background somewhere. So there's going to be a lot of money being flown in here, a lot of money. So watch out. Doge ETF is about to come out. Litecoin ETF, XRP ETFs, everyone and their mother's ETF. Now, the SEC is also talking about DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure tokens, saying these tokens are fundamentally outside the SEC's jurisdiction, which I find wild to say that they throw their hands up in the air, basically saying we want nothing to do with this. Wow. What a freaking 180 from a year ago. I'm absolutely mind blown by this SEC. Like, I'm looking for the suspect. I'm looking for the sus activity. And like, I really can't find much. Gotta give him credit. The SEC has signaled that it won't take enforcement action against tokens tied to blockchain-based DePIN, or decentralized physical infrastructure networks. Now, in a no-action letter on Monday, they sent the SEC, their Division of Corporate Finance Chief Counsel Michael Seaman, said he will not recommend enforcement action to the SEC for the planned launch of a DePIN project 00. Hester Peirce added separately that the economic reality of DePIN projects differs fundamentally from the capital-raising transactions Congress charged this commission with regulating. So Seaman said that the programmatic transfers of 00 Foundation, detailed in a letter on Thursday, do not require registration under the SEC, as it planned 2Z token, their 2Z token, is not registered as a class of equity securities. What? You're saying that the SEC is allowing people to like innovate and do things to progress the space? What? And then it gets even better. SEC's Peirce said the no action letter offers an opportunity to reflect on how we as regulators can foster innovation without expanding our reach beyond what Congress mandated. Wait, then says Congress created the SEC to oversee security markets, not to regulate all economic activity. Freaking what? Meaning that the SEC won't have government overreach? Like Gary Gensler did, regulating things that had literally nothing to do with him, with no explanation as to why he was sending enforcement actions, but he did it anyway and wasted taxpayer dollars on every single one of those documents? What? A regulator? The government saying we want to foster innovation? What? Guys, we live in a whole new country. Just freaking wow. Mind blown. Hester Peirce is such a savage. Such a savage. Now, here's what the new report is, which I couldn't get access to the article because I'm not buying it and I'm not subscribing to the information. But the SEC is pushing to allow stocks to trade on-chain like crypto, with trading to begin quickly. What? Friends, family, this is insane. And people thought I was absolutely delulu. People called me crazy when I said stocks are going to be on blockchain, that all of what we trade on every day, it's gonna become irrelevant. It really will. Listen, the institutions will always be there. The E-trades will always be there, maybe. But how relevant are they going to be when stocks are on chain? When all these ETFs are on chain? So where I could open my little humble MetaMask and go on Uniswap and trade my ETH for some Tesla stock, maybe some Strategy stock, maybe some Gemini stock, maybe some Coinbase stock, maybe some Marathon Digital. But I was crazy, right? That was never going to happen. Told people the banks were going to fail. You're insane. You're a conspiracy theorist. You're this and you're this terrorist group and you're that. But now it's all happening. So am I really anti-America? Or was he just trying to help America? Were all these crazy delulu nerds that were working on blockchain all these years, did they do a bad thing for America, or are they doing a good thing because all these institutions are rolling in money because of these little nerds? Shout out to our nerds. Thank you to my nerds, my blockchain nerds, my cypherpunk nerds. Just thank you. Thank you for being here, sticking it out, dedicating your time, your energy, your money to creating such a beautiful space. I love crypto, man. I love this space. It's actually hard for me to put it into words how much I love this space. You know how blessed we are? You know how blessed we are to be here today? You know how blessed we are to witness a revolution like Bitcoin? That we're so early that over 90% of the world hasn't touched it yet. So if you own one singular dollar of Bitcoin, you own more than 90% of the world. Congratulations. Congratulations for waking up every day and saying, you know what? I'm a peaceful human being. I'm not going to fight with my hands or with a weapon. No, fam. I'm going to go on my humble little crypto exchange. I'm going to go, exchange, here's my 20 US dollars. Give me my $20 of Bitcoin or my Satoshis. And that is you saying, I'm opting out of this craziness and I'm opting into freedom. Man, how special is that? How special is it that we get to talk about this every day? Every single day we get to chat about this. And while the world enters this space and the world looks for guidance, looks for clarity, financial freedom, darn it, we will be here for them. Just, man, you gotta soak it in sometimes how absolutely beautiful of a blessing this is to be here with each other. And with that, we have your coins to watch. Now, my friends, let's look at our gainers, and there's really not many here. We got Sonic up 0.5%, Monero up 2%, XDC up 1.5%, just about. We do have MYX up 0.78% today. Looking at our losers, there's plenty. Plasma leading the way, down almost 22%. Immutable, down almost 11%. SPX down about 10%. Esther down 4%. World's Liberty down 7.4%. Let's take ganders over ganders. Ganders upon ganders. At Ethereum, $4,127, down 2%. Again, rejecting this $4,200 mark is a little bit iffy for me. That's our golden zone. We really want to hold the 4,200 so that way we could target our all-time highs. Bearish level to watch is about 3,900, 3,950. Again, going below that 4,000 is definitely an emotional trigger for many. Green dot has been printed, moving up that momentum. VWAP is a little bit flat, but it's still considered bullish today. Money flow curvature. Hopefully we'll go green over the next day or two. Looking over here, we do have the RSI that is still bearish. Take a gander at Litecoin, friends and family. Litecoin is the right coin, and everybody loves Litecoin. Litecoin is $104 today, down 1.8%. We're looking to hold 103. Bullish, we're looking at 114, 115. Green dot has been printed. All market ciphers, momentum moving it on up. Money flow is flowing and now in the green as the VWAP is considered bullish, though it is pulling back ever so slightly. We are trying to rebound on this RSI, but we have been cut short in our pump, and we did take a little bit of a hit on Litecoin's RSI. Send it to oversold, send it all to oversold, and let's just freaking get after it, guys, because I don't care what price anything is at. I care about where my head is at, and it's a little bit fried in there. It's a little bit off. It's a little bit off kilter, but I will say that I don't care about prices of cryptocurrency because I care about the revolution that we're a part of. And that is one where we promote self-sovereignty, self-custody, being your own bank, financial freedom, and also freedom of speech. Money is value and information, darn it. And we do deserve to have that free speech and have that value and information sent and received with no intermediaries or censorship. Oh, no already knows I'm cooked. I'm just a potato.
A potato flew around my room before you came.
Yeah. Right, Donnie? I'm a little cooked out here. I'm a little cooked. But there's no way, friends and family, that I could do a podcast and not be off my rocker. You want to buy the song? You want to buy the song? Someone said on TikTok, who is this, Rome? Tell me why you love Litecoin so much. I want to buy. I think you meant some, not the song I sang. But you want to hear from me. Okay, listen. I'll give you the elevator Litecoin. And listen, I want to give the disclaimers of all disclaimers, which is that I am not a paid shill for Litecoin, even though I would love to be on the foundation. Now, number two, I am not telling you to buy nor sell. I just care about freedom and money and what the future of money looks like, right? And so this is not financial advice. It's never financial advice. I could care less. I couldn't care less about what price crypto is at because it's the revolution that it brings. Now, going back to what Litecoin is Bitcoin's little bro. Essentially, Bitcoin has 21 million as a finite supply. We got 4x that for Litecoin, which is 84 million. And so that also keeps like the scarcity, the store of value. There's 2.5 minute block times for Litecoin. Bitcoin is 10 minutes. So the amount of confirmations is a lot faster and a lot quicker and probably a lot more. And if you look at Litecoin, it's a penny or less in fees. So if you're transacting $5 or $5 million, you are going to pay most likely less than a penny in fees. And almost instant transaction. So if you look at the whale alerts, you'll see that people are moving millions of dollars of Litecoin every day because it's fast, it's easy, it's liquid. And that's also why I think the price is only $100 is because it's so liquid and people are moving it around buying, selling all day. Fees, fast, cheap. It is the only blockchain that has 100% uptime, never had downtime. Has Mimblewimble extension blocks, aka MWeb, aka privacy, optional privacy. And you could play with that on Cake Wallet, actually. It's a free wallet. Go download it, get some Litecoin on there, send it back and forth to yourself on a different phone or with a friend. Try it out. And then you also have OmniLite, which is where you could build smart contracts and things on top of Litecoin. What else did I miss? That's basically it. Yeah, just cheap, fast, easy, has privacy, and is really what sound money is supposed to be. So yeah, no, I think Litecoin is severely undervalued because it is sound money. Bitcoin's too expensive. Lightning Network is basically going to be owned by the banks. And what created Lightning Network to begin with? Litecoin did. The first ever, here's what bothers me, is the first ever Lightning Network transaction was between Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin, and Jack Mallers. Jack Mallers' whole career with Strike is based off of the Lightning Network, aka based off of Litecoin and Charlie Lee. Yet the credit was never given. I don't like that. I really don't like that. And so Litecoin is the reason, and Charlie Lee, for lack of better words, is really one of the biggest reasons that Bitcoin is the way it is now, and they did not change the block size. So Charlie Lee is like a crypto savior. He was part of creating Coinbase. Like, he was with Brian Armstrong in a little closet in California creating Coinbase. Like, come on, man. Let's get real. Like, Litecoin is the foundation of crypto. Besides Bitcoin and Litecoin are the foundations of this space. We would not be here without Bitcoin or Litecoin, obviously. But bless Satoshi and bless Charlie Lee. We love him. Guys, also, we are whatchamacallit, we are going to get an after show in there tomorrow. Guys, tomorrow, Wednesdays and Fridays, we do members only after shows. So please, if you have not yet, become a member of the channel, support the channel that way. You'll get cool emojis, you'll get access to the after shows, and so that way we'll get after it together. We do have 96 likes. Can we get 4 more likes, please? Can we get 4 more likes for 100 before we close out today? I yelled and I screamed a lot, but we're getting after it. Also, guys, we do have a goal of 23,420 subscribers. We're 11 more away. Hopefully we could get there by tomorrow. We'll see what kind of short I post today. Maybe get some more subs through there. But after this show, I will be posting a short form video, so please watch out for that. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. We are going to eat a bagel before we head out, so I would just ask for a moment, because you guys, like, if I don't show you guys when I buy bagels, it becomes a scene. Hold on.
Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Never seen life trading on a widescreen. Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it.
Randy, put a little extra on it. It's immutable, decentralized, no censorship, a hard cap supply. It's open source. Blockchain secure, that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced around like this new jam. Bitcoin dipped and we ain't gon' trip. I'm gonna be bullish on you, fam.
It's great for those who just DCA'd. If you stacking sats and you trying to save.
Yo, I freaking love Cassius Cuvée. Like, I really do. I have so much love for him. Okay, guys, I did get some bagelies this morning. I had some Donkey coffee. Shout out to No. We got some shout out to Mike. Mike is the one that likes the Donkey, but No is freaking in the chat over bagels. I ate a little bit of it. I did. So that's my open bagel. But then I also have my other plain bagels. These are the whole bagel. Look at the color. Look at the bubbles. So good. Look at the bottom. Perfect. Perfectly cooked. I gotta say. Absolutely freaking getting after it. All right. So let's do our rip. This is a rip and dip. Grip, rip, dip, and eat type scenario. So, all right. Here we go. Ripping, and now we are going to dip in our scallion cream cheese. They had like some sort of like onion cream cheese this week, and I was like, why? But I kind of like know I would probably like it if I ordered it, but I didn't really want to pay extra for another cream cheese. So we're doing a rip, a dip. Here you go. Here's the dip. Here's the dip. Here's the dip. It's so good. Oh my god. Bless the bagels. Guys, bullish. Bullish.
Randi Hipper.
Oh my gosh. I almost lost it. I almost lost it this morning. Very French. Is it French? No. No way. Unless you export NYC water, no dough is as good as anywhere else. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, JC. These bagels from Pop-Up are better than a lot of the bagel stores I was going to in Brooklyn. No lie. And especially in Brooklyn, like, the bagels were going downhill. Like, they were, like, smaller. The quality wasn't good. And no. Freaking no. The bagels were declining rapidly in New York before I left. But I will say, I think it was Utopia Bagels that I Uber Eats when I was in Manhattan for Fox right before I went to the studio. I didn't have time, obviously, to walk around and whatever, grab a bagel. So I ordered one on Uber Eats. Gotta say, Utopia Bagels in Manhattan. It's good. It's good. I think Pop-Up is also in Manhattan. I haven't physically seen the Pop-Up bagels, but they're fire. But yeah, guys, we're going to get after it today. Crypto Princess is live after us. So after this live stream ends, you'll automatically be redirected to her. So thank you guys so much. I'm bullish on you. I'm bullish on bagels, coffee, Bitcoin, and the future. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you guys so much. Please smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends. Have a splendid day. And I will see you guys later. If you guys see my short, you better smash the like. Please, please, please smash the like. Okay, bye.